Yeah, what's going on, everybody? It's Mr. Sly, aka Sly Pro Max, and you're welcome back to the channel. And today we've got quite an interesting one, and this is going to be coming once again from the people in the United Kingdom. If you guys remember, some months ago at the fresh start of this channel, I covered a similar story like this, but this was from the United States. But today we're going to be looking at the guy. We're going to get into his name. I can't quite remember, but what the guy allegedly did, or what the guy did rather, was really crazy and scary. You know, I'm not going to say so much. We're going to delve into the article and we're going to read and then discuss afterwards and see what we as men could learn from it. Let's go into the article right here. It says, abusive husband beat his wife to death with son's skateboard while police waited outside for permission from their bosses to go in. So it says right here, an abusive husband beat his wife to death with their son's skateboard while police waited for them. Officers heard a number of bangs inside the house which Olubunmi Abodunde had gone into, despite bail conditions imposed the day before that banned him from the property. When officers finally entered the property, they found Taiwo Abodunde, which is the wife of the man, with her skull smashed. Abodunde, 48, who had been repeatedly investigated by Suffolk police about domestic violence, was due to go on trial for murder, but changed his plea to guilty yesterday after a jury had been sworn in. Judge Martin Levitt, sitting at the Crown Court, warned him the only possible sentence was life imprisonment. So we can just take a picture right here. Take a look right here at the picture of the man and his wife and the property in question. You see, this is quite a crazy one. We're going to go on to read a bit more part of the article. It says, Abodunde had a history of jealousy and suspicion and accused his wife of having affairs. He had been investigated by the police a number of times over alleged domestic violence incidents before his wife's death. He was arrested on April 27 last year when police arrived at their home, and later that day he was freed on bail with a condition that he should stay away from the marital home. But after working a night shift at Tesco, he went home just after 9 a.m. to allegedly pick up his mobile phone. Two officers arrived at the property at 9:20 a.m. to take a statement from the wife about the previous night incident, but they heard banging noise from within the property. It wasn't until 9:55 a.m. that they forced their way in and found the woman's body smashed. Now, the guy is going to put up a couple of defenses. Let's read and see what his defense was. So, the man said that he claimed to police that he had acted in self-defense, saying his wife had subjected him to physical abuse for a number of years. On November 28th, they got into an argument. She ran at him with a knife. He grabbed the knife and cut his hand as he was defending himself. The court heard that while he did have an injury on his body, there was no knife near the wife's body. I'm just also going to add this part right here, which says that the couples had arrived in the United Kingdom with 3 children in 2022. Guys, man, this is a crazy one already. And I guess you read the article with me, you could see right there that this was quite an intriguing one, I would say, first of all. Now, the one thing I'm going to start with is this. Nothing, and I repeat, nothing should let you resort to killing your wife or your husband, no matter the case. Now I've said that, everybody has to understand me that I do not agree with what this man has done. MNMGA, Make Nigerian Man Great Again. These are the kind of things we try to tell men not to do. That's going to get them in a situation whereby there is no way they can come back from it. But with that being said, for a family that just relocated in 2022, that's just about a year and a couple months ago, we can now see that the man has made a very fatal mistake. Let us look at the defense this man put up. First of all, he said he resorted to self-defense, stating that his wife used to attack him, and most of the argument had been about infidelity, bills, and all. Now, I had to go on Twitter first of all to see what the people were saying, to feel the pulse of the Nigerians on there. And a couple of ladies came out to say that most men suffer domestic violence in their home, but they do not speak up. However, they should try and speak up. Now, listen, this is my own advice to men. If you suspect that your wife is, cheating, why did you still japa with her? A question to the guy himself. If you saw that your wife is up to something suspicious, there is no reason why you should take long-term decisions or plans that might end up affecting you too. Yes, guys, that's my advice to men. Secondly, let's look at the issue of bills. Listen, most men do not understand that overseas is not a joke. Going overseas is not an easy step. You are definitely going to be confronted with situations like bills. Most times when we tell men leave their wives at home, we're not just actually talking about the fact of let her not come over there and come and lord over you using feminine power. No. What we're saying is this: the period you're going to be confronted with things like bills, the period you're going to be confronted with things like payment for this and that, is going to be a nearly frustrating period. Now, what happens is this: when you as a man return back home, you are more likely to vent that anger on your wife at home. Most men can be able to handle the frustration that comes with it. Most men cannot. And I say, if you are the type who cannot, to not japa with your wife. Now, as the most important issue which he said was that his wife was attacking him. This is what I'm going to say, guys. Go and watch one of my old videos where I talked about the truth or the issues behind domestic violence. I gave a breakdown of statistics of attack on men. I gave a breakdown of a couple of important facts on domestic violence. And what I can say is this: I said, when domestic violence occurs, what happens is, let's say one party is the aggressor who keeps on coming, attacking, maybe giving one slap here, two slap there, one slap here, two slap there, and the other partner is not responding. What happens is that frustration within the partner grows up more and more. It keeps bottling it, it keeps going up. It keeps bottling, it keeps going. She keeps bottling it as well. It keeps going up because it can be both ways. What happens is, when that partner who has been bottling it for all this while decides to respond, they're not going to respond with a slap back as well. The response is going to be deadly. Listen, this is sad, I must say, and at this moment, when you notice that your relationship is breaking down, when you notice that your marriage is being, getting topsy-turvy, it's getting to another state where you can't just understand anymore, the least or the last thing you should do is take a life important decision with that person in question. Just simply walk away. Do not resort to violence. I'm sorry. And if you're getting attacked, I say this to women and I say this to men. The first slap is the time you should walk away. The first attack is the time you should walk away. As a woman, when your husband hits you, do not wait for the second one and say, I go forgive him, it go better. No. Just walk away. A woman starts to attack you. Do not say, I go wait for him, I go forgive him. Just walk away. There's nothing like, let's think about the kids. No. Because now you see, in this situation, the wife is dead. The man is going to prison. What happens to the kids? Well, those are the kids you were thinking about that made you stay back and do this naughty nonsense that you've just done. With that being said, guys, I just really want to know what you guys think. And like I always say, it is what it is. I'm out.